Ladies and gentlemen, today marks day for day 2 months since I have lost my job. And it has been a roller coaster of emotions, and I have been very much up and down. I nearly lost my flat and had to move out of London, but I'm here and I actually feel better than ever. So I thought that I would want to share some things that I've learned throughout this process. No! Fucking clouds. Here are the 15 things that I've learned since losing my job. You are not alone. Through sharing that first video on YouTube, the day that I lost my job, I have met so many incredible people who have had similar stories of losing their homes, stories of losing their jobs, and who have emerged victorious and who have emerged better than ever. If I decided to keep it in and to not share my pain and to not share one of the most difficult moments of my life and a moment of weakness, I would have never met those people. I have had such an overwhelmingly positive response from friends privately and from strangers who became friends, from people across all different social media networks. And it made me realize how much people still care. Underneath a world that pretends that it is cold and doesn't care about anything, there is a world that cares so much, with people in it who are so deeply passionate about making life easier for one another. All of you, you know who you are, there's too many of you to name, who have sent me a private message, who have called me, who have encouraged me in one way or another to continue. I love you so much and I am so grateful to have you in my life, so thank you, because it's been really tough and your words and your support have been absolutely irreplaceable. So thank you so much for being there for me. Take risks. Right after I found out that I lost my job, I have been frantic. I applied for 500 different jobs on LinkedIn within a day. I started contacting people, not really knowing what I wanted to do. But I was so scared because my rent was in 2 weeks, and unless I found a way to pay it, I would have gotten evicted. And I started having panic attacks and I couldn't sleep, and I was in an absolutely terrible place because I was moving in all directions, knowing that if I do get another 9-to-6 job, I will end up being terribly unhappy. And if anything, I felt that that was a sign that I needed to change something with my life. So I took a risk. I decided that I am not going to be employed by anyone else. I decided that I am going to be employed by myself, to be my own boss. And it was a massive gamble, of course it was, because I could have ended up evicted on the street, but I took it. Because I thought, whenever is there going to be a time where I am still able to take those risks, now that I don't have a family, now that I don't have a mortgage, now that I actually have nothing that's stopping me from following my dreams and maybe even being a little reckless. So I took a risk. Let yourself be helped. I have a tendency at going at it alone, and it can be difficult to ask for help, whether that be because I'm in a bad space mentally or because I need something specific. Because I'm used to being the person who's always happy and who's always there to support. And so it's difficult for me to ask for something when I need it. And thankfully, at this time of my life, I have found out that so many people, and often people who haven't spoken to me in years, are there for me and want to help me and wish me well. I think that's what's given me so much strength to continue and to believe that I deserve good things coming my way. So do not be afraid to ask for help from friends, from family, from strangers, because you deserve to be helped. And oftentimes it can be to do with your mental health, and it can sometimes feel frustrating, or it can feel like you're too weak and that you shouldn't be showing that weakness. But people love you and people want to help you, but sometimes you don't know about it because they don't necessarily express it the right way. Find out just how much people are actually there for you when you need them. Go with the flow. It is a cliche saying, and yet there is probably not a single one that is more true than this one. We all get this gut feeling occasionally. We all feel that life is trying to push us in a certain direction, but we are taught to ignore it. We are taught to pretend that it isn't there. After I lost my job, my very good friend Dee invited me to fly to LA to attend VidCon with her. And of course I had no money and there was no way in hell that was ever going to happen. But I said yes. I said yes, not knowing how I would be able to get there, if it would be possible at all, but it felt like the right thing to do. And one thing led to another. I managed to get sponsored to fly to LA to attend VidCon, and it has been one of the most life-changing experiences that I've ever encountered. I have met some incredible creative people. I have met fantastic big YouTube creators, big YouTube filmmakers who have encouraged me to dream, and it really solidified my feeling that being self-employed and really following my dreams to the fullest was the right thing to do. Follow your gut. It will never lead you astray. You just have to learn how to listen to it. Let it go, let it go. Let it go. Let it go, let it go. Let this shit go. I have suffered acute anxiety and pretty much went through a breakdown in the weeks following me losing my job, because I felt like all of the weight of trying to figure out my life from now on was on my shoulders. I felt that my entire future, my entire life depends on the decisions that I make within the next week or the next few weeks. And it was too much pressure to handle, between applying for jobs and thinking how unhappy I will be stuck in a job that I hate. I really did not take care of my mental health, and it ended up having a huge impact on me. And it was so bad that I decided to just fuck it. Fuck it up, fuck it up, don't give a shit anymore. I just decided to let it go. And I decided that I'm not gonna call anyone anymore. I'm not gonna be applying for any jobs anymore. I'm just gonna take a few weeks off and just take care of myself and take care of my mental health, because I could not continue like that. And funny thing is, the second you let something go, you actually genuinely let it go, it comes back to you. So the second that I decided that I'm no longer going to be looking for jobs and, come what may, the phone started ringing. People started contacting me. People started asking me to do shoots with them, to do projects with them, out of nowhere. It wasn't even the people that I'd originally contacted. It was some people that I haven't spoken to in years, some people that found me through my website, and it was the most incredible thing. So letting go of everything in life is only ever a positive thing. Your experience will always match the core beliefs that you hold about yourself, not what you wish you'd believe about yourself. What does that mean? You keep on applying for jobs, but deep down inside you think, oh, this is way too much money, I don't deserve to have this salary, or oh wow, this is way too much experience, I'm not nearly knowledgeable enough to actually get that job, and there's so much competition out there. Newsflash. It doesn't matter how many jobs you apply for, you're not going to get a single one of those jobs. The outside world responds to what you put in it. If what you're putting is that I don't feel confident, I don't feel strong, I don't feel that I deserve to have another job, maybe it's a good thing that this happened to me, maybe I deserve to be miserable, maybe I deserve to be unhappy, maybe I deserve to get thrown out of my flat and have my life ruined, then that's all you're going to get out. That's all that's going to come back to you. Before you even start changing anything in your life or start applying for jobs, internally, you have to know that you deserve for that change to happen. You have to know that you deserve to get a better job, to get a promotion, to find the love of your life, to do anything and everything that you want. For me, the second I let go, I guess that was an internal message saying, you know what? I don't care about this anymore. I believe that the universe will take care of this. I believe that the world will take care of this, so I'm letting it go. And it worked in my favor because I believed that I was worthy of things happening in my favor, because I believed that there would be something better waiting for me out there. There was. It's no magic trick, and you don't have to believe me when I say this, but I invite you to try this in your own life and see what happens. The worst thing that can happen is that nothing changes. And the best thing that can happen is that you actually start living your best life. Never take anything for granted. I would like to consider myself to be quite a grateful person. I do gratitude lists. I always try to see the positive things in life and count my blessings. But boy, oh boy, did it hit me that from one day to the next, I basically was faced with losing my flat because I didn't even have enough money to pay rent, which was due 2 weeks after I lost my job. If there is one thing that I've learned from that, is you can never be grateful enough for anything. As cheesy as it sounds, gratitude is the most powerful thing that we have in order to ensure that we keep on having a fantastic life. I was standing in my flat about a week after I lost my job, and I was starting to pack my things because I was told that I needed to move out. And I started crying because I loved this flat so much and I did not want to leave. And I have had some of my best memories there, and I felt like I still have had so much left to do, and it was extremely unfair to have to go. And back then, I'd promised myself that if I actually get to stay in London, if something happens, that I can stay here and that I can live my life and still have my own flat, I would wake up every single day and look around and just appreciate where I am, just for a minute, before I reach for my phone, before I check my schedule, just be in my room and feel as grateful as I can for having everything that I have in my life, even if it's not a lot. Expect the unexpected. Life has a very funny way of making fun of us whenever we have plans. So maybe that sounds counterintuitive, but actually, don't have any plans. Don't plan for specific things happening in your life, because chances are they're not going to. However, what you can definitely count on is decide what you want to feel like. And just think of those feelings. Don't think of a specific car or house or job that would make you happy, because then you're going to be permanently unhappy throughout your entire life and you're going to die unhappy. Think of what it would make you feel if you had that thing, or if you had that job, or if you were in that place where you want to go. And that will bring to your life everything that you want, even if it doesn't come in the form in which you've expected it to come in. Thank you so much for watching. If you've liked this video and if you'd like for me to do more, please hit the subscribe button below. I am LR Creates, and you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course here on YouTube. I will be back with a video next week on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to hearing from you in the comments. What are your own top tips that help you go through daily struggles, and maybe that have helped you through a massive challenge in your life? Let me know. Bye!